Hi friends, I hope you all are doing great. It's me, Nikki here, and thanks for coming along today as I take you on the journey of working in the dining room. We're in the dining room today, and we're actually out of the house today. We're moving things out, and I'm going to explain to you the process that we're using for moving our things on to its next new home. All right, let's get started. Okay, friends, now all of the things that were in my entertaining closet were moved to my dining room, and we're reorganizing it because all of my entertaining pieces, servingware, and all of that is now going to be housed in my dining room. And we're completely making over the dining room, so there's going to be plenty of storage for the things that I love and need when it comes to entertaining and to have all of my beautiful dishware a home. So I'm packing up things. What happened was when we unpacked the entertaining closet, everything came to the dining room because that was the new home. But now it's time to get the dining room prepped, and so we got to move things out of the way to get the furniture out. And yes, the furniture is leaving. And what we're doing, and what Mike and I, our preferred way to pass our things on, big ticket things like furniture, are to family and friends, and to family and friends that we know need these items or desire these items. And so with the current situation, and we're not able to all get together, we don't live in the same town, Mike and I decided we were going to rent temporarily a space. We wanted something that had heat and air, that was very clean. They spray, I think, every 2 weeks here, so we know that things would be kept neat. But we figured we'd get a unit to put everything in, and then in the next 2 to 3 months, everybody would be coming through and they could kind of get what they wanted from the space. And so that was the safest way for us to do it. And we really want to pass these on to our family members that want it, and it just it brings us joy. So we don't mind doing this at all, and it's our preferred way to handle moving our things on. So now it's about getting all of the stuff out of the dining room and into this space. And the reason why it's a larger space is because there are more to come. We have more things that we're looking to pass on to family, and so we wanted to get a big enough space that could accommodate it as we work through the rooms in our house. So now it's about getting these things in and then getting back home so that I can take you on the journey with me of organizing one of my new cabinets that we have gotten in the space. But before we get to that and the fun stuff, Mike and I did have to make, I think we did in his truck 2 or 3 runs to bring over the dining room things. So the first time we came over just kind of to make sure that the space was, ready to roll, and we bought a few things, the little tables. The second, we bought the chairs, and then the third, we bought the cabinets that were in the dining room on that back shelf. It was 3 different pieces, along with the dining room table. My big white dining room table from Pottery Barn. That is now gone. There it is, and it is now being passed on to another family member. So it's still going to be in the family, but it will just not be in our home. And so I'm glad that we're able to get all of this in. So when we arrange things in here, I'm going to do it in a way so that when family does come up to get their things, they can kind of easily maneuver. We're going to make it into a U shape so that there is an aisle down the center. And that's one tip that I can recommend if you're going to utilize a storage unit for any reason, is to make sure that it's easy to access the things in it. You don't want to just totally pile things in, and it makes it difficult when you're trying to access 1 or 2 things. I don't recommend storage units for things that you're holding for yourself. I think that declutter your house enough so that you don't have to have a storage unit. But for our purposes, these are things that we are holding for family members, and we made the decision to do this until under normal circumstances we wouldn't do this. If we didn't have the past year we wouldn't do this. But because family literally cannot get up here to get the things, we wanted to do this. So we took the legs to the side to the table there. I love this table. It's so durable and strong, but I was ready for a refresh and a change, and I'm excited about the new table. Can't wait to reveal the dining room to you once it's done. But we are going to go work in the dining room today on some organization. I did have to stop by Home Depot and pick up some handles because the cabinet that I purchased, and it was just a little buffet, beautiful buffet I found on overstock.com. I was able to get it quickly. A lot of the furniture, when you go to try to order it now, some of it, I think one of the places told me, I think it was almost 8 months before I could get it. And I was like, that is unreal for me. That's just not realistic for me. But I did not like the handles. As you can see, the ones that came with it were these brassy colors. And so I picked up these chrome ones from Home Depot. Love them. More fits my style. And look, it looks gorgeous on the cabinet. I have also ordered feet for the cabinet because I want to raise it a little bit. So I have little feet that I'm going to add onto it in white to just raise it a little bit. The wall art is going to change out, so disregard that, but I think I want the buffet just a little slightly higher, so I think the feet that I chose are going to look great, and I'll show you the difference once they arrive. And I just ordered those off Amazon. And now this piece is going to serve as the buffet in my dining room and great storage. And so I have a big wall unit coming also, and when it gets here, that's going on the other wall, and it's going to house all of my white dishes and glassware. And this cabinet, I thought, for silver, all of my silver. And what I'm doing is I'm giving myself limitations. This is only place that I'm going to keep silver. I do have 2 large silver trays that will not fit in here that I will put in the wall unit when it comes, but as far as any other silver pieces, they would need to fit under here. The only change that I may make, friends, is when the big unit comes and I look at things as a whole, I might transition the silver over to the bottom part of the wall unit that's a closed off shelving, and then put the glass that I was intending to put over there, put the glassware all over here, because I think with these being glass, see-through, the glass may look better than the silver in this cabinet. But for now, if I can get all of my silver in here, which I'm going to, this is my collection here that I've pared down to, but my requirement for myself, and I always give myself limitations, is that all my silver must fit in this bottom cabinet in order for me to keep it, or I need to pare down some more. And so I got to maneuver some things, because these pieces are the ones that I want to keep. The 2 trays there on top, I know that they cannot literally fit in here because of the sizing, so I know that I'm going to put them in the big wall unit. But other than that, all of the rest of these things have to fit in here for me to keep it. I know looking at this, it looks like maybe it won't, but when I look at it, I'm like, I can make it work. And so I'm planning to make it work. And so long as I can get it in here and it looks beautiful, it looks neat, it's organized, and it's easy to access my things, then that's the rules when it comes to me and my little system here, my cabinet here. So one thing that, to get me started, one thing I thought was, let me group in categories so that when I go to get things, I can just say, okay, here's my barware. Here, are the trays, and it'd be easy to get to by grouping things together. And so I'm going to, on the top shelf here, I'm thinking this would be perfect for all of the not glasses, like the stemware, the barware, kind of ice buckets, things like that. So I'm thinking if I can get all of that in that area, that would be good. It puts them in a category, and I can just kind of make it fit better. And so that always gives me a good start, is to categorize my things. It's just kind of my go-to way when I'm trying to figure things out. It just gives me a good start. And so as I'm moving things around, I'm trying to maximize the space. And so I really want to get every inch of this space because I want all of this stuff to fit in here. But I do want to fit it in a way where it still looks beautiful when I open the cabinet door, and I still can easily get to my things. So again, I have all of these things on top that I need to bring down to the bottom, minus those 2 trays, and we're just working it. And so I'm going to put my teapot behind the water carafe, so I know that, those are 2 carafes, so I know that they're grouped together. And then the ice bucket I'm going to try to put up here along with my shaker here. Now I have 2 ice buckets, and they're 2 different styles, and so I definitely wanted to hold on to both of them. One's more of just a kind of beautiful classic look, it has the lid, and the other one is just simple but gorgeous. And so I really wanted to hold on to both, and I think they both would fit, but because of the sizing, the shaker would not fit on there with the topper on it. I can adjust the shelves, but I really don't want to, because it's really having it kind of split even really works for me as far as what I'm trying to do. So thank goodness I was able to put the lid to the shaker inside itself and still be able to keep it down there. And so then I have my big bucket here that I love to keep, because I use that especially during the summer, even during the holidays. And so I'm just trying to kind of find maybe angling it looks better with the handles. And then my bowls here. So I'm thinking of sitting the bowls in here. But as I'm doing this, I'm thinking this may and may not work, but we're going to see. I have my chargers here, and I'm going to put those under the bowls again to maximize that space. space. This is just a set of 6 just chrome chargers that I have. I love them because they're very versatile. I can use them year round, and it's the standard set. I used to have every color, and I really purged all of that out, and I really try to simplify things and have pieces that can really take me far, and then bring in color with my napkins and other things like that. And so this is how I have the middle cabinet so far, but things may change, friends, as I go on this journey of making all of this stuff fit. On the second cabinet here, which is actually smaller than the middle, it's slightly smaller than the middle, and so I'm thinking my silver salt and pepper shakers, I have 2 sets of those. My condiment, I have these cute little silver cups that I love for different condiments when I'm doing tablescapes and things, so I'm trying to get those little silver pieces all in this section here. So that's my thought process with this, is to put all the little things in their own category on this shelf here. And so I think this is going to be fine because I can stack the little condiment bowls here. I can stack those on top of each other, and so that works out perfect. So I'm really happy with how this one turned out, so I'm good there. Now the bottom here, I thought initially to put my trays here, but like I told you a little earlier, this side is a little shorter than the other, so the door is not going to close with these trays in here. So this is not going to work, and so I'm going to move them on top of the chargers, and then move the bowls I had on top of the chargers over to the other side, and that totally works. So it's just a little bit of a switcheroo there, but in the end I got what I needed. Then my punch bowls, I have a larger and smaller version, and so these are must-haves, and so I'm going to group them together, and they have their own shelf there, which is perfect. And then on top, I want those for kind of like my candlesticks and candelabras there, and so I have I think it's like 3 different sets right now in the silver. And so the only problem is this one here, this set one is so tall, I would have to adjust the shelf, and I don't want to adjust the shelf. I really don't. So I'm going to lay that in the back until I can think that out. I may end up having to adjust the shelf so I don't have to lay it in the back, but I'm not going to do that this evening. I'm just going to leave it at that. But friends, this is what I have so far, and I'm very happy with it. All of my silver is now contained in here. It looks beautiful. It's easy to access. So I think this is a go. Now again, when my large wall unit comes, I may take the silver and put it in the bottom, in the closed section of that, and put the glass in here because I think the glass would be beautiful in here. I am not 100% sure yet, but you're going to be on this journey with me, so you and I will work this out, I'm sure. But at least we know that we have decluttered and pared down all of the silver to this collection here. This is all that I have on hand, minus those 2 shelves, and that is it. So friends, I hope you have enjoyed joining me on this journey of getting that dining room together. I hope you all are having a beautiful day. I will see you at the next video, and this is Nikki saying goodbye.